Floyd's Mayhem Garage. Working on lots of stuff here, but wanted to, well, I guess amongst everything I'm working on, I got another project I wanted to start. Little one, but I think it's going to be pretty cool. I'm going to be restoring this guy and working on this and painting it and doing all kinds of stuff. So, let's get into it. A little bit of backstory on this truck. My friend Jim, I guess, has a old FLC Freightliner very similar to this truck in real life, and he has recently retired the truck as he built himself a newer truck to start trucking with, and that was a couple years ago, and he just recently started restoring his old FLC. And I know when I was a kid I had a couple of these, and I've since then gotten rid of them, and so I thought it would be neat, since he started restoring his actual truck, that I would build him a toy, because I do remember these are pretty close to what his truck is, which is, you know, the old FLC Freightliner. As far as restoring this and making it look like his truck, his still sports the original paint scheme on his truck, and it actually has the original paint on it. His truck is white with green and white, dark green and light green stripes on it, and in those years Freightliner had 5 or 6 different paint schemes, and his was a very rare version of it, I guess, but they called it a saddle brook paint scheme, so it's pretty cool. Had kind of 2 stripes that kind of overlapped, came back, and then went up onto the sleeper. His truck originally had a sleeper on it, I think it did at least, of which he, not too long ago, actually found an original sleeper to a Freightliner and purchased it, so he will be putting one back onto his truck, which I think is going to be pretty cool. So, as far as this little toy goes, and I guess I should point out as well, this truck, being that it's going to be for his birthday, there's going to be a lot of stuff you see in the background of this video, and or this video I'm probably going to be doing over the next couple months, because I'll work on it a little bit here and there, and then I won't actually be, I'm doing this ahead of time, you know, I'm not pressed on time here, at the moment anyways. But I'll end up, you know, posting this picture after I give it to him for his birthday. So it'll be a while before, you know, I'll have a lot of other videos come out before you guys are seeing this one. So some of this might be a little old, a little different, but regardless, his truck, you know, these toys are pretty close, but there's a lot of, you know, small details that are missing, which you're just not going to be able to have on a toy like this, meant for, you know, a 10-year-old. You know, one of them being no mirrors. It's got no mud flaps on the rears. It's got, you know, some designs in it, you know, some details, but it's not super detailed. But at the same time, I'm really not entirely worried about it. I'm going to leave it pretty much as is. His does not have a spoiler. I know he's not going to put a spoiler on it, so I'll end up having to cut that off or break it off. I think I'm going to end up welding in the holes. I'll have to, you know, body fill that and body work and get it smooth, and it'll be cool, because I'll end up taking this whole thing apart. It's riveted together, and it's the metal tabs, like the sleeper, it's got 3 metal tabs, and they're just folded under, or folded over on the underside, so it should be pretty easy to take apart there. Yeah, I think he'll get a kick out of this, and I'm going to get a kick out of it too. I think it'll be kind of fun, see how close I can get this to looking to his truck. But yeah, like I said, I'll work on it on and off here, and you'll see this all in, I guess I'm not sure how much I'm going to film. And like I said, that's where, because this is going to be over the next couple months, this video might be edited together a little weird. But work with me on it, and I'll get this thing restored. Of course, now that I'm sitting here staring at it too, I got to do a little bit to it. I was going to go do some other things, but I got to mess with this just a little bit right now. So, what I find kind of silly is I put these decals over here. The decals, most of these trucks got decals. Some of them got some basic ones. But, like the door lines here, I don't know how well you can see this here, but I've got a actual door line in the metal here, and then they put a door line in the sticker itself. And they don't line up. They're crooked. So this whole sticker is sitting forward by, you know, 3/16 of an inch or so. And so I think I'm going to pull these stickers off, because I'd really like to kind of see what it looks like underneath here. So let me set you guys down here, move some stuff, because I think, like, these ones are even, you know, torn and, you know, paint's chipped off and missing. So I'm wondering if I can just rip these off, or if I'm actually going to have to, you know, either grind them off or Or I'm thinking this whole truck's gonna get sandblasted. Just get this thing down to bare metal. Yeah, this thing's not gonna come off nicely. But yeah, I guess I should at least disassemble this thing. Get an idea of what I'm looking at, what I need to do to it. Yeah, I changed my mind. I'm gonna disassemble this thing. Let me get you set up with a time lapse here and pretty slick. That wasn't bad at all to take apart, which is pretty amazing the way they built these and sort of engineered them to be put together. You know, they make all the individual pieces and then they basically just snap together, and they've got a couple rivets holding everything together. And like the stacks were pretty cool. They hook at the top here, they got a centering pin, and then the bottom just snaps around the bottom side of the cab. So those were super easy to take off. You know, the horns and lights on top, they've got these little hook pieces there, just snaps through the holes. So, you know, you get on both sides, you squeeze them together basically, and that little hooked edge comes out of the hole. And then pretty much the sleepers, same way, it's those 3 tabs, just had to bend the one straight, and you're able to pull it up and out. The cab hooked on just the front edge and just a rivet. Pretty simple. So that'll be pretty cool to put back together. I think I can actually end up riveting most of this back together. I'm gonna have to be careful because like the grill, it hooked on the top edge and then had the rivets that go through the bumper, which actually goes through the cab and then actually through the frame, if you will. I think I can re-rivet those. I've got small enough rivets that they should hold tight on the backside through the metal, but they're small enough. They're like really flat rivets. They're not super strong, meaning I should be able to rivet it back together without breaking the plastic. So that's going to be a concern. Same thing, you know, like the fuel tanks, they snapped in on this side and then they're just a rivet on the back side. And I think my rivets are all long enough for those. Otherwise, I may have to figure something else out. Maybe, you know, some nuts and bolts would be the next option. Just small nuts. Do the, you know, like a smooth head, flat blade, screw head basically, and put it back together that way. That might actually be a better route to go. Although I think the rivets would make it look a little bit more original and authentic. So we'll see what I end up doing there. A lot of this plastic, you know, it's real. It's got, you know, the fading on it. I think I'm just gonna scuff these up. Try to clean up little edges like that, you know, sand those smooth, clean them up, whatever. And then I think there's like the chrome paint you can buy. It's basically super shiny silver. Won't be perfect, but I think that'll be pretty much good enough for what this is going to be. And his truck, his frame, Jim's truck that is, his frame's green. Cab's white, sleeper's white with the light green and dark green stripes on it. The frame is the same as the dark green, or at least looks very close to it. The dark green is one of the stripes. So one of the cool things about having it separated like this now, and I think this is where I'll probably end up sandblasting this, because that'll get me down to a nice metal finish. And I won't have to scuff everything and, you know, have potential of peeling in the future and have it be black underneath. So I'd rather actually be able to prime everything, you know, get down to bare metal, prime it, and then paint it. And I think I'll have a much better finish that way. So that'll be kind of cool. I guess I'll have to get all this in the sandblaster next and take a look at it from there. The decals are on and done and looking good. They look awesome, actually. Quite happy with how that came out. They're not quite perfectly straight lines, but considering that they were hand cut, you know, by me, and I am no toy restoration expert here, I think I done pretty good. They laid down pretty good. This is some material from a Cricut cutter, one of those like home like shirt and sticker making things. My sister has one, so I ended up getting some sticker material from her for that and cutting that, and that worked really well. And I'm quite happy with how that looks. This thing, this looks awesome. I think Jim is going to be super thrilled for this. In fact, between me putting these decals on and this video here, his son turned 1 and he had a birthday party for him, and of course I went to. And ironically enough, you know, of course with it being his son's, you know, his first birthday, we just got to, we sit and hang out and talk and whatnot, but amongst our conversations we got onto the subject of toys, because we were talking about getting him toys, and then we started talking about kind of some old school toys and the stuff that we grew up with, and you know, watching him play with some of the stuff. There's just the things you find interesting at, you know, 1 year old, or when you are 1 year old, versus, you know, now. It's amazing how just different of a world it is. So anyways, we got onto the subject of toys. And then we got onto the subject, just, you know, that kind of rolled into more and more conversations. Eventually, we got into the discussion of these Nylent FLC Freightliners. Of course, Jim knew about them. In fact, he said he had actually purchased one, I think he said last year or the year before last, at a swap meet. He said he found one. He's got the same version with the flat top sleeper and the tanker behind it, but it's all original with the original decals and everything on it. So, and I'm trying not to, you know, be, you know, too familiar with it, but oh yeah, you know, I used to have one of those when I was a kid. I do remember those, and I don't know what happened to it, but which is funny because I wish I would have had the other one, because I wouldn't have had to have bought this one. But, you know, amongst telling him, or, you know, talking about it, he was talking about wanting to take his, strip it down, paint it, and put the stripes on it like his truck. And he was talking about the details of wanting to do this. And I'm sitting here trying not to laugh or smirk, you know, knowing that this is sitting here like that. He's talking about doing exactly this. Which just, I was trying to hold my composure together, and I think I did pretty good. And at one point I really chuckled to myself, because he was talking about painting the stripes on, which I think I forgot to film that. I had masked this off and painted it. Well, the paint had bled through. I got every edge down, but basically every crease, every little area, it bled through in so many areas, and it looked terrible. So that's where I came up with this decal idea, which I think was actually a better route to go. But he was talking about painting the stripes on, and I was just kind of chuckling to myself, you know, just laughing. Yeah, I wouldn't paint them on. That's a bad idea. I know for a fact it's a bad idea. So now, the fact that he has another one of these, and he's actually talking about doing exactly this, I'm even more excited to give this to him. So his birthday's here in a couple weeks. That is when I plan on posting this video, is either on his birthday or right after his birthday, after I give this to him anyways. I don't want to post this video before then. So yeah, I'm excited. I think he's going to be excited. I couldn't believe that he was talking about making one of these. So that was so unreal and just ridiculous, but I think he's going to be absolutely blown away. And just, I think he'll love it. I know he'll love it. So yeah, we'll do some more look around here. I'm really happy with how this turned out. In fact, actually, some point in here, if I haven't had the opportunity yet, we'll throw in a picture of what his actual truck looks like. In fact, I think the picture I have of his truck is from this angle. Something kind of like that. Maybe we can overlay the picture, you know? Maybe do a, oh no, here, you know what? If I do this just right, we can do a side-by-side. Something kind of like that. You can see the comparison. So, I think he ought to like it. Not ought to, he's going to. He's going to love it. The colors aren't quite right. I wish the green was a little bit darker. But, you know, again, for being a toy, there's, you know, you can't be perfect. So yeah, I believe that finishes up the restoration on the FLC Freightliner. Take it easy, y'all.